Integrating your sources. Part 4. Using sources successfully. Whether you summarize, paraphrase, or directly quote a source in your paper, you're participating in the scholarly conversation about your topic in an ethical, legal, and convincing way. Integrating your sources can be tricky, but it's a vital part of the writing process. With the help of the Writing Center, this video will introduce summarizing, paraphrasing, and direct quotations, what they mean, and show an example for each. For advice and support on practicing these integration techniques, reach out to your professor or a Writing Center coach. First, let's start with one you may be the most familiar with: direct quotations. Quoting directly means using the same words in the same order from the original text as part of your writing. The borrowed material should be surrounded by quotation marks and always be cited. An important detail about quoting is that you must make clear why the quote was included. Simply including it is not enough. It should be fully integrated into your argument and serve to support it. Generally, writers include a few sentences before or after the quote to provide that explanation. Let's look at this example. According to Dr. Orr, theater is a great way to escape the mundane of everyday life. 25. Her experience as a director and producer for the last 25 years has given her insight into how people experience live theater. You can see the speaker's qualifications give credibility to her thoughts. Notice how we offset the words of the speaker with opening and closing quotations. This makes it clear to the reader that these words were Dr. Orr's and not the writer's own. Next, let's go over summarizing. Summarizing means giving a brief overview of the main ideas of a text. For example, you could summarize Spider-Man by saying, "A teen is bitten by a spider and becomes a crime-fighting superhero in the Big Apple." When you summarize, you choose which details from the original are most important and relevant to your purpose. As you're reading the article or text you want to summarize, underline or highlight the main points, or make notes. If you're summarizing multiple articles for your paper, summarize each one in your notes as you finish reading. Remember to note the source, including the page, so that you can credit it. Summarized material should always be cited. Last, and certainly not least, let's chat about paraphrasing. Paraphrasing means restating the original material using your own words. A paraphrase is more detailed and specific than a summary and focuses on a single main idea. Paraphrasing helps you avoid quoting too much. It's useful when the ideas matter more than the original wording, and is recommended when you can state an idea more clearly in your own words. Correctly paraphrasing shows that you have the skills to understand the meaning of the original text and apply it to your own work. When you paraphrase, reread and take notes on the original passage until you understand it well. Set the original aside and write your paraphrase on a separate paper. Check your version with the original to make sure it accurately represents the information in a new way. Use quotation marks to identify unique terms or wording you borrowed exactly from the source. Remember to note the source, including the page, so that you can credit it, and remember where the material came from. Paraphrased material must always be cited. Check out this example of a paraphrase using a cliché. Original: can't judge a book by its cover. Paraphrase: it's not possible to know something's quality by its appearance alone. The paraphrased version uses different words in a different order, but the meaning stays the same. Don't forget to reach out for help from a professor or writing coach if you have questions or need support to write your own paraphrases, summaries, or direct quotes.
This video is licensed under an Attribution, Non-Commercial, Share-alike, Creative Commons license.